Plastic is everywhere. It's in our homes, schools, and workplaces. We use it to package food, transport goods, and build gadgets. But what if this seemingly harmless material is a wolf in sheep's clothing? What if plastic's true cost is far greater than we ever imagined? Behind its convenience lurks a hidden danger, a threat to our planet and our health. Plastic is not a benign material. It's a potent cocktail of chemicals linked to serious health problems. Microplastics are now found everywhere on Earth, contaminating our food chain, water supplies, and even the air we breathe. Studies have linked plastic exposure to hormone disruption, reproductive issues, and cancer. We need to wake up to the hidden dangers of plastic and start making changes to protect ourselves and our planet. The statistics on plastic pollution are staggering. We produce over 400 million tons of plastic every year, and less than 10% is recycled. The rest ends up in landfills, incinerators, or polluting our environment. Every minute, the equivalent of a garbage truck full of plastic enters our oceans. That's over 8 million tons of plastic every year, enough to circle the Earth 4 times. This plastic pollution is devastating marine life. Sea turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish and choke to death. Seabirds ingest plastic fragments, filling their stomachs and causing them to starve. Whales have been found beached with stomachs full of plastic debris. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch, a swirling vortex of plastic soup twice the size of Texas, is a stark reminder of the problem. Plastic waste litters our beaches, clogs our rivers, and accumulates in our soil. We are literally drowning in our own waste. We must reduce our reliance on plastic and find sustainable alternatives. Plastic isn't just an environmental hazard, it's a direct threat to our health. Many plastics contain harmful chemicals that can leach into our food and drinks, especially when heated or exposed to sunlight. These chemicals, known as endocrine disruptors, mimic our hormones and interfere with our body's natural processes. Bisphenol A, often found in food packaging and water bottles, is a prime example. Studies have linked BPA exposure to reproductive issues, obesity, heart disease, and some types of cancer. Phthalates, another group of endocrine disruptors found in soft plastics, toys, and personal care products, have been linked to asthma, allergies, and developmental problems in children. These chemicals persist in the environment, accumulating in the food chain and ultimately ending up in our bodies. The health impacts of long-term exposure to these chemicals are still being uncovered, but the evidence so far is deeply concerning. We need to reduce our exposure to these harmful chemicals by choosing plastic-free alternatives and advocating for stricter regulations on plastic production. Microplastics, the insidious invaders in our food, water, and air. As plastic breaks down, it fragments into tiny particles called microplastics. These microscopic pieces of plastic, less than 5 millimeters in size, are now ubiquitous in our environment. Microplastics have infiltrated our food chain, contaminating our seafood, salt, honey, and even bottled water. Studies have found microplastics in human lungs, blood, and even placentas, raising alarm bells about their potential impact on fetal development. While research on the long-term health effects of microplastic ingestion is ongoing, early studies suggest they could be linked to inflammation, oxidative stress, and cellular damage. The fact that these tiny invaders are now found in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat is a stark reminder of the pervasiveness of plastic pollution. We need to understand that plastic pollution is not just an environmental problem, it's a personal health crisis that demands our immediate attention. Beyond the landfill plastic's long legacy of pollution, the problem with plastic isn't just its disposal, it's the entire life cycle. From its production to its incineration, plastic leaves a trail of pollution that threatens our planet and our health. The production of plastic relies heavily on fossil fuels, releasing harmful greenhouse gases into the atmosphere and contributing to climate change. The extraction and transportation of these fossil fuels also come with their own set of environmental and social costs, including habitat destruction and water contamination. Landfills, where much of our plastic waste ends up, are overflowing and polluting our soil and groundwater. Incinerating plastic releases toxic chemicals into the air we breathe, posing serious health risks to nearby communities. We need to move away from our throwaway culture and embrace a circular economy that prioritizes reducing, reusing, and recycling plastic. Breaking free from the plastic grip, simple swaps for a healthier you and planet. Breaking free from plastic might seem daunting, but even small changes can make a big difference. Start by identifying areas in your life where you can easily reduce your plastic consumption. Swap single-use plastic water bottles for a reusable stainless steel or glass option. Bring your own reusable bags when grocery shopping and opt for loose produce instead of pre-packaged items. Say no to plastic straws, cutlery, and coffee stirrers, or invest in reusable alternatives. Choose products packaged in glass, metal, or cardboard over plastic whenever possible. By making conscious choices in our daily lives, we can significantly reduce our plastic consumption and our exposure to harmful chemicals. Every step we take towards a plastic-free life is a step towards a healthier and more sustainable future. A future free from plastic, embracing change for a brighter tomorrow. The future doesn't have to be awash in plastic. We can create a world where plastic pollution is a distant memory. It starts with awareness, with understanding the true cost of our plastic addiction. It continues with action, with each of us making conscious choices to reduce our plastic footprint. We can support businesses and organizations working on innovative solutions to the plastic crisis. We can advocate for stricter regulations on plastic production and disposal. We can educate ourselves and others about the dangers of plastic and the importance of choosing sustainable alternatives. Together, we can turn the tide on plastic pollution. Let's choose a future free from plastic, a future where human health and environmental well-being go hand in hand.